Now that we're on to the final stage of the major, we of course have new pickems. So today, let's go over my pickem predictions for the champion stage of the PGL major. But very quickly, before we get into it, be sure to check out my sponsor Skinport, the best CSGO marketplace out there, where you can get around 30% off Steam market price on anything you want. For example, if you're looking for a new op skin, the Lightning Strike is only $256 on Skinport, while it's going to cost you around $345 on the Steam market. So stop getting scammed out of Steam market prices and pay the real price for skins on Skinport. Also, be sure to subscribe. If you are subscribed, I'll give a few of you guys that comment your Steam username and have a trade link somewhere on there, some leftover stickers that I've unboxed this major. But for now, let's get right into the video. So this time around, we have much less decisions to make when it comes to the actual pickems, unlike these two times before, which, I mean, if you followed my advice, first time was pretty easy. I felt pretty comfortable the entire time. This time I was swung a bit more because I guess the picks weren't as good. FaZe Australis especially didn't make it. Nip 3-0 I wasn't really expecting, but we did get 5 correct, which is all that matters. Doesn't matter how clean or bad it was because we did it. So if you followed these so far, you would be doing pretty well. But now we are on to what matters the most, the final champion stage. So first match, Navi Vitality. I think this one's pretty obvious. Natus Vincere has been showing an absurdly great performance throughout the major so far, while Vitality struggled a lot on the early stages and kind of got their act together towards the end. But either way, I don't think it matters. I think Navi is winning this match. I don't know if I'd say by a landslide, but I think it's going to be a pretty comfortable win. Gambit Furia, I mean, I could really see an upset with Furia the way they've been playing, so maybe we come back to the... I feel like Gambit's going to win. That's just going to be my decision. I don't think these matter too much because I think G2 is going to dominate in this match because NIP just barely clawed their way through. They just beat Copenhagen Flames by like a matter of, I think the second map was like they won 16-13 and the third map they won in overtime, double overtime rather, so against Copenhagen Flames, and they got through by going 3-2. So I don't think they've been performing that great. Well, G2 had a 3-0 I guess record throughout the legend stage, so I'm going to go with that. I think G2 is the better team either way. Lots of LAN experience on that team. Lots of great players. G2 and Hunter, not G2 and Hunter, Nico and Hunter, I think are going to show up great. So I think I'm just going to go with G2 here. I think G2 and Navi are going to be the two pretty safe picks for this because, I mean, you only have to get 2 correct pickems for the quarterfinals, and it gets, I don't know if I'd say easier past that point, but I don't know. I feel like those are 2 pretty decent picks. Heroic VP, I feel like is one that could go either way. I think both of those teams went 3-1 in the legend stage. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they both did pretty well. So it's going to be kind of a toss-up. I think the Russian teams have been playing especially well recently, and especially in this major. So personally, I think I'm going to go with VP. I think this is kind of a coin flip, and it could go either way. But let's move on to the, what would these be? Quarterfinal matches. So Navi, Gambit. Once again, I think Navi is just looking absurdly strong. I could bring up the record versus Gambit, but I think, let me actually check it. Okay, so actually, funny thing is, I didn't realize this match happened, but in IM Fall 2021 for the CIS region, Gambit actually 2-0'd Navi, 16-7 on Overpass, 16-11 on Mirage. So a very dominant performance from Gambit in their recent match against Navi. That is the most recent match between these two, but honestly, the way I've been seeing Navi play this major so far, I genuinely think they've gotten their act together, and I think they could very well beat Gambit and honestly go on to win the whole thing. So I think I'm going to say Navi for this matchup, but I mean, honestly, with matchups like this, it's really a toss-up. They could go either way, which makes this obviously the most difficult part, as you have to get these matches correct to get the diamond coin. But personally for me, I'm going to go with Navi over Gambit, even though they did lose their last match against Gambit. I feel like during the major, you've got players that are well seasoned on LAN, and I feel like it's going to be honestly, I feel like they're the favorite to win the major. G2 Virtus Pro, I'm pretty much going to go with the same reasoning that G2 played extremely well throughout the legend stage, and I think they could definitely carry that performance on and beat VP. This is going to be another difficult matchup, but I mean, you only do need one here. Well, you have to get the correct champion, so I guess this doesn't really matter as much, but I honestly think it's going to be a G2 Navi final. But this is incredibly difficult. Like, I could very easily see these matches going either way. I can't, no matter how much analysis I give, some people are going to be sided towards one side, some people are going to be sided towards the other. Personally, I'm just going to go with Navi, or G2 rather. So now down to the actual finals. Who is going to win? It makes it incredibly difficult. Honestly, I think it's got to be Navi. Let me check their track record. Sorry, I should have probably opened this up before I made this video. But let's check Navi's track record versus G2. I'm not exactly sure when the last time these two teams played was, but gotta imagine it can't be that long ago. Navi have a 90% win rate in the past 3 months, by the way. That is absolutely absurd. But have they played G2 recently? I'm actually not sure. Okay, so Navi did play G2 recently, and it was at IEM Cologne 2020. Well, it was in July. That's not really recent, but best of 5 grand final, and they got 3-0'd. Of course, all of the maps were pretty close except for Dust 2, but once again, these are pretty much coin flips. There's no matter how much analysis you can give, no matter how strong you think the teams look now, there could very easily be an upset. I mean, we saw Copenhagen Flames take NIP to nearly overtime on 2 maps, but almost beat NIP and just have an absurd performance throughout the majors. So this is incredibly difficult. I think I'm going to go with Navi here. I'm sure there's bias because I want Simple to win a major and because I'm probably more of a Navi fan than G2, but I mean, whatever, I'm from NA, it's not like I'm basing this on region or anything, so personally, I'm going to go with Navi. I think any one of these matches can go either way, which makes this absurdly difficult, but that is going to be my pickems, and I am going to lock these in. So be sure to let me guys, or leave a comment telling me what your guys' pickems are, because I gotta imagine they are very well might not look like mine, but for now, I think that does wrap it up for this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.